on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is an OTB extra for you guys on September 20th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining me right here on your Wednesday afternoons, wherever you may be. Guys, by the time you see this, I will be heading to AEW Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. And guys, it's going to be an absolutely loaded show, and you guys will be getting an AEW Grand Slam post-show review on Thursday. That's right. I'll be recording an AEW Grand Slam post-show review for you guys tomorrow night, as I will be obviously going to Grand Slam tonight, so you guys won't be able to see it. So I will be getting you guys that post-show review on Thursday night, so stay tuned to your sub boxes when it comes to that. But guys, this OTB extra is pretty stacked because we got 3 news stories and pretty big ones as well. Samoa Joe spoke with the New York Post about the CM Punk situation at AEW All In. What are his thoughts on the whole situation with CM Punk and Jack Perry? We will get into that. Also, we all know the big news of Jade Cargill going to WWE. What are the latest plans when it comes to Jade Cargill and her WWE status? We got all the news on that. And guys, a major name was cited at the WWE Performance Center not too long ago about possibly making his return to the WWE. We'll go over that, and we go over much more right here on this OTB extra for you guys on Wednesday afternoon. Thank you guys so much for joining us right here on OTB. Follow me on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. You guys can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram at PhillyMatt_. And guys, without further ado, let's get right in to the news right here on this OTB extra. So guys, Samoa Joe addressed the CM Punk AEW All In situation with Jack Perry on the New York Post. So Samoa Joe is the latest name to comment about the CM Punk departure from AEW publicly, and the decision was made by AEW President Tony Khan, as Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson previously commented on the whole situation. The departure was following a physical altercation with Jack Perry at AEW All In. Samoa Joe is the last man to have wrestled CM Punk at AEW, and they worked the show. As we all know, that was a pretty fine match to kick off AEW All In. The incident with CM Punk and Jack Perry nearly caused the show to be reshuffled, as Punk was upset. Fortunately, Samoa Joe was there to calm the situation down, with the match happening as scheduled. As we all know, it did happen to kick off AEW All In London. While speaking with Joseph Staszewski. Sorry, Joseph. From the New York Post, Joe was asked about the incident, and this is what he had to say, and I quote, "For the most part, I haven't read what has been portrayed. There have been much said. I'm not the one to go out there and try to debunk everything. I know we had an internal incident. Everybody railed. Everybody got together, got their heads together and lined up and got ready to do a show. We went out there and we did the show," he said. Quote once more, that really was the focus at that point in time. We got a massive show to do, and we got fans out there rabid to see that happen. So it is important that we step up and do it, and it's important that we did. And I was proud to be a part of that. Joe was asked whether the situation was serious about Tony Khan, stating that he noted that Punk endangered innocent lives backstage and feared for his own life, and he said this upon that question being asked: "That's up to whoever perceived it. I'm used to that kind of environment. Those things don't seem very intense to me, but it could be a crazy intense situation to someone else. It wasn't really affected. I wasn't really affected by that moment. I was more focused on getting the show back on track and getting us going because it was bell time. End quote. The two men have long history together, spanning decades regarding his relationship with CM Punk. Joe thinks many things are misunderstood or portrayed about him, that being Samoa Joe. But it's been non-wrestling related for their relationship. Now, guys, Samoa Joe is obviously not going to be giving you guys, carte blanche. He is obviously going to keep things, tight-lipped about the whole situation. Not many people are going to be able to talk about the whole situation backstage. Not many people are at liberty to say anything to anybody about the situation. I personally am done talking about the situation at All In because I think we all just need to move on, and I think AEW just needs to continue to be the product that we all know it can be, and it can be a great product if they choose to do that, if they choose to do so. Now, when it comes to CM Punk and the whole WWE rumors about CM Punk talking at his latest MMA event that he was doing commentary for, saying that he basically has 2 months and he's going to be free for the next 2 months. 2 months is November, and November is Survivor Series, and Survivor Series is in Chicago. Do I want CM Punk to show up in Chicago at Survivor Series? I would love that personally. I really do. But there are going to be some people that say that, like, Phil, why would you be excited about that? I mean, CM Punk back in WWE, I mean, come on now. As a fan, I would be excited because as a fan and a content creator, that means more eyes on the product and that means more eyes on the show, obviously. But as a person, as a genuine human being that you guys know that I am, obviously I'm skeptical because CM Punk can't keep his nose clean. CM Punk can't keep his head on straight. He has some issues. We all know this. And people would say that he is a complete hypocrite for going back to the place that he said that basically lost his love for professional wrestling. So, him saying all those things 10 years ago, leaving the WWE, I believe that was in 2014. So, leaving the WWE, doing all his thing, and then all of a sudden doing his event, like, endeavors, and going to AEW and doing the thing, and it was smart for Tony Khan to get CM Punk. I'm not saying that it wasn't smart by any means. He needed to do it. That was a great deal for AEW when they had him. But, obviously, people being disappointed in the whole CM Punk situation because CM Punk was doing good things in AEW, whether you like him or not. So, with everything being said, CM Punk in WWE would be really cool to see, but I'm not going to believe it until I actually see it myself. So, that's where I stand on that, and that is where Samoa Joe stood on that. Samoa Joe was not really going to be saying anything too major, but he did say that to New York Post, and I do want to bring that to you guys. And, just see what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about Samoa Joe's comments in the comment section below. Now, guys, we're going to be talking about a major WWE star returning soon, or possibly returning soon. It looks like there is some good news about a former WWE champion. Randy Orton has been dealing with back issues for years, and the pain has gotten progressively worse, as we all know. It's been so bad to the point that he hasn't even appeared on WWE programming in well over a year. And in fact, the last time he wrestled a match was on SmackDown when he and Matt Riddle dropped the tag team titles to the Usos. Great match. And that is basically how WWE wrote off Randy Orton because the Bloodline attacked Randy and Riddle, and that's when we last seen Randy. We haven't seen Randy since then, since them losing the tag team titles to the Usos. The Riddle noted in an interview that Orton was in so much pain that he collapsed backstage after the match. Orton's status has been in question about Okay, Orton's status has been in question, and there has been talks about if he may not even be able to return to the ring once again. And that is big. That is big, because, man, I've been watching Randy Orton since the very beginning of my wrestling journey. I started watching wrestling in 2009, 2010. Obviously, I know he has been there, way before that, right? But I have seen the majority of Randy Orton's career, and it has been an amazing thing to see. Randy Orton is easily a WWE Hall of Famer. The man is a 14-time world champion, and he has done many, many things in the WWE. So, guys, seeing a man like Randy Orton possibly having to retire, that hurts me personally to the core, because I love the man, and I think Randy Orton's absolutely fantastic. So, Bob Orton, his dad, said earlier this year that doctors have advised him to not wrestle again, him being Randy Orton. But Randy is going to do what he wants, and he is believed that he would be attempting to get back into the ring. In recent months, we haven't heard much from Randy aside of a few photos having leaked that show that he is in great shape. The WrestleOps on X/Twitter posted a video of a fan seeing him at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. It's not clear where things stand, and but typically wrestlers go into the PC to work out and see where they are before getting back and cleared to return to the WWE. So this fan saw Randy Orton at the WWE Performance Center. I saw the video. Randy Orton's waving and everything like that, but he's saying, "Everybody, shush, you don't see me. Like, you don't see me." And then the fan ultimately yelled, "Yeah, we don't see you. We don't see you." And then Randy gave a thumbs up, and he went inside and minded his own business. So, look, everything about Randy Orton coming back to WWE would be an amazing thing, right? I would personally love to see things wrap up with Matt Riddle. As we all know, Randy Orton comes back. He could attack Matt Riddle, be the devious heel that Randy Orton obviously is, and he could put over Matt Riddle at WrestleMania 40. That would be the best possible situation for me. I would want to see that. Or, because we're so far away from April, we can see these two back together as a team for a little while, and then when the turn wants to happen, you can have Riddle turn, you can have Orton turn, but either way, I personally still want to see Randy Orton versus Riddle at WrestleMania to finish off their story, feud, what have you. It's the best possible situation, because that, honestly, at the end of the day, is the reason why Matt Riddle and Randy Orton were paired up in the first place. If this injury was not as serious as it was, I personally believe that we were going to be seeing Randy Orton versus Riddle at WrestleMania 39. I seriously believe that. And like I said, it's because the injury was so severe. That's why we weren't able to get it. That's why he hasn't been seen on WWE TV since, that SmackDown when they lost the tag team titles. But I personally believe that if Randy Orton is able to return to the WWE ring, you have them to pair up once again, and then when the time is right, when the time is ultimately up to strike, you have Randy Orton hit that RKO on Matt Riddle, have Matt Riddle be that sympathetic babyface, have Randy Orton be that devious heel we all know that he can be and is, and you have the match at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. I think it makes all the sense in the world. You have everything going for you, and Randy Orton would do the job, and he would get Riddle over with the WWE audience. So that's where I would go with it. Let me know where you guys would put Randy Orton upon his WWE return. I think it's a perfect fit, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And guys, finally, we have news on Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is obviously someone in AEW that is going to be going to WWE. She is the second name from AEW to make the jump to the WWE. This is obviously somebody that we all know is a very polarizing figure. within the pro wrestling landscape. A lot of people are behind her. I personally am behind her. But I will say this. I want people to slow the fuck down. And what I mean by that is everybody is saying that she is main roster ready when it comes to, her star power, her presence, everything about her, right? I personally believe, and this is just my personal belief here, guys. I'm not trying to make you change any of your minds or anything like that. I do too believe that she could be a main roster ready superstar. Easily. With the way she carries herself and with the way that she has just been presented on AEW TV, you can put that on WWE TV and you can have that work. But guys, let's be real with ourselves. Everybody on the WWE main roster, maybe there are some exceptions, but mostly everybody on the WWE main roster has gone through developmental, has gone through FCW, has gone through NXT. There have been major names within WWE that have gone in NXT, and people have gone back down to NXT to hone their own craft, to basically make themselves right so that they can get back on the main roster and get back on track. Guys, Jade Cargill going to NXT is not a bad deal. Not a bad deal by any means. What I said on Twitter, and I personally believe that this is something that I believe we all should, just allow ourselves to do, is be patient. I'm going to read you guys what I said directly from Twitter, because I truly believe that this is the kind of mindset that we should all be taking when it comes to Jade Cargill going to the WWE. Is she main roster ready? Yes. I personally believe that she is ready. At points. At times. But what's wrong with having Jade Cargill going down to NXT to learn the WWE way? She can win the WWE Women's Breakout Tournament in NXT, which apparently is coming back, and you can have that be for a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. She can win the Breakout Tournament and be the one to dethrone Becky Lynch to win the NXT Women's title. Guys, Jade Cargill versus Becky Lynch, when the time is right, after winning a Breakout Tournament, would be a great deal for Jade Cargill. A lot of people are saying that Jade Cargill is at the age, I believe, of 31. She doesn't need to be in NXT. She's basically their mother at this point. Like, she could be like all the young girls' mothers down there in NXT. That doesn't fucking matter to me. Hone your own craft. Take your time. Make sure you walk out better than when you came in. That's the point about NXT. That's the point about developmental. Making sure you hone your own craft so that when you get up to the main roster, you have all the tools and all that it takes to be something on that main roster, to be something on Monday Night Raw, to be something on Friday Night SmackDown. That's the point. That's the point about NXT. Jade Cargill is somebody that everybody wants to see on the main roster. And she is 31. I just checked that. I just fact-checked that. Everybody wants to see Jade Cargill on the main roster. Everybody wants to see a big match. Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. I want to see that too. But I want to see it when the time's right. I want to see it when the time is right, because ultimately, at the end of the day, when both of them are at the top of their game, it's not only going to mean much. It's not only going to be meaningful to Bianca Belair. It's not only going to be meaningful to Jade Cargill. It's not going to be meaningful to the people back there in WWE. It's going to be more meaningful to us when both of them are at the top of their game and they can work well with each other. I'm sorry, guys, but let's face it. If you put Jade Cargill in the ring right now with a Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Bayley, I don't know what you'd be getting right now. I don't. And I don't think that's too harsh for me to say that. I really don't. I mean, Jade Cargill has been doing really, really good things in AEW. Let's not forget that. She was a Goldberg-like character, basically, because she was undefeated for so long. She won a championship that was basically made for her in the TBS title. She held on to that championship for over 500 days, honestly did nothing with it, and she barely had matches in AEW that lasted 5 minutes or longer. That's what happened in AEW. And people are saying that it is a big loss for Jade Cargill and for AEW and that women's division. In some ways, yes. But in other ways, no. Because what did she really do with the TBS title? Chris Statlander, who is the current TBS champion right now, who was the last person to face Jade on AEW Rampage for the TBS championship, Chris Statlander is not doing much for the championship either right now. So that TBS title is a whole other different situation, and I think we need to talk about that at a later date. But in some ways, Jade Cargill is a big loss for that women's division in AEW. But in some other cases, it's also not. But let's get into the report, because the report here says that there are some plans when Jade Cargill ultimately does go to the WWE. Jade Cargill has finished up with AEW following last week's AEW Rampage, where she put over the TBS champion Chris Statlander in a rematch for the title. Now, she has shifted her focus to the WWE as she signed with the company and was in Orlando, Florida this week to train at the WWE Performance Center. While speaking to the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted WWE is working on main roster creative, indicating that she will be going there instead of NXT, which to me, like I said, is a missed opportunity. It truly is. But this is what Dave Meltzer had to say on Wrestling Observer on Wrestling Observer Radio. She was in Orlando. I asked if she was at the Performance Center. People had not seen her, but that doesn't mean that she wasn't there. That's what I was told. They're doing main roster priority. Well, they're doing main roster creative for her right now, and it is a high priority. They're not bringing her in how they would bring in someone from NXT like a Von Wagner, Alba Fire. She's a good one, or Katana Chance, that are brought up and they have like no idea what to do with them, and they just kind of disappear into the dust. It's almost like, why did we even bother calling them up? She is not earmarked to be like that. She's earmarked to be the real deal. Guys, like I said this earlier, I'm going to say this again, I'm going to reiterate myself. Going to NXT is not a bad spot for Jade Cargill. And I honestly hope that they, just reconsider everything. It doesn't mean that she is going to go to the main roster just because WWE is doing main roster plans for her right now, but I mean, who knows? At this point, it's up in the air. It's up in the air. We don't know if she's going to go to the main roster. We don't know if she's going to go to NXT. But in my personal opinion, I think her going to WWE NXT would be the best spot for her. She could easily go into that breakout tournament, win the thing, have it be for a shot at the NXT Women's Championship, and when WWE ultimately believes that she is ready to go up against Becky Lynch, who is the current NXT Women's Champion, have Jade Cargill dethrone Becky Lynch as the NXT Women's Champion, have her be the cornerstone of that division, and have her work with women like Cora Jade, like Roxanne Perez, like Nikita Lyons, who I'm very high on. There are many others. There are many others in NXT that she can learn from. Yes, Jade Cargill is 31 years old, and yes, many people in NXT right now are in their early 20s. I mean, yes, I understand the age discrepancy. But this is an ageism over here. We can't be treating it like that, because that is not what developmental is for. Developmental is for you to hone your craft, get back and get better so that when you get up to the main roster on Raw, on SmackDown, you can perform with the best of them. And Jade Cargill's great at what she does right now, but man, you need to have that potential that we all know that Jade Cargill has. You need to own it, and you need to capitalize on it. And the best way to capitalize it is going to WWE NXT, having her win that breakout tournament and becoming the NXT Women's Champion when it is all said and done. That is the best possible way to really make sure that potential of Jade Cargill is not wasted. That's what I truly believe, and that is what I truly want to happen. Now, that's up to WWE, but I'm just here to give you guys my thoughts, my opinions, and what I truly believe AEW... Oh, my bad. She was in AEW. It's going to get a little bit dicey up until the point where she's been in WWE for quite a bit. That is where I ultimately want WWE to go with this. Have her go down to NXT, do the things I mentioned with the breakout tournament, with the NXT Women's Championship, be the cornerstone of that division, and really make her that priority down there in NXT. Whatever you guys have got planned for the main roster, that's cool. That's cool. Just use it like 6 months from now, please. Because I know people want to see Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. I know people want to see Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. I know people want to see Bayley, Charlotte, many other women in that locker room want to face Jade Cargill. But guys, trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. Be patient. That's what a lot of fans don't have nowadays, is patience. Hone your craft, make that potential well known and let it flourish out there for all of us to see when the time is right. So guys, that is what I have for you guys today right here on this OTB Extra. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in right here on this OTB Extra for September 20th, 2023. I appreciate you guys so much. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at PhillyMount_. I appreciate you guys for all the love and support here on the channel as of late. I absolutely love doing this for you guys, and you guys will be seeing the AEW Grand Slam post-show review on tomorrow's episode of OTB. Samoa Joe, MJF in the main event for the AEW World Championship. Saraya takes on Toni Storm. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Eddie Kingston versus Claudio Castagnoli, title for title. There are so many things to look forward to tonight at AEW Grand Slam. I'll be there. I'll be having a blast. I'll upload a vlog for you guys. I'll be vlogging for the event as well, so I'll have that vlog to you guys later on in the night tonight. But guys, I really do appreciate you guys for all the love and support here on the channel as of late. We're on that road to 1,000 subscribers. Stay tuned, guys. I absolutely love everything about this. You guys are not going to want to miss anything right here on OTB. I'm going to be doing a lot more extras as well, guys. I want to do a lot more of these type of videos for you guys. So let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about this kind of format. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the AEW Grand Slam post-show review on OTB. Follow me on social media. Check the links down there for the merch. The sponsor for tonight's for today's episode, SeatGeek. OTB at checkout gets you $20 off your first purchase. WWE Shop affiliate link is down there as well. And guys, just go down there. It's all for you guys. Ready for you guys to go. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow on OTB episode 400 and I believe 21 or 22. It's either one of those for the AEW Grand Slam post-show review. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night, guys.